Wingardium Leviosa. Lift the camera.
Oh, that was my hand.
What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be interviewed about Harry Potter because this is my first time reading Harry Potter all the way through. I'm still only on Half-Blood Prince. Just finished it, actually.
So we have a very rare individual here. I'm like a normal person. I've read the Harry Potters as a child, growing up with Mr. Harry Potter. And then I reread him as an adult, and I was like, oh, Stell Bell, Harry Potter. And she's like, no. And
I was never a fan.
Addicted.
Yeah, but like now I'm like, yeah, it's a good old-fashioned mystery. Like,
yeah.
I'm like into it.
You are so lucky. How many people out there would love to reread Harry Potter for the first time again? Have that same feeling of excitement and adventure for the first time? She gets that. You can live through her like I am.
She's gatekeeping the whole audiobook series from me. She's like, now that you finish this, now I'll send you this. What did you think of this?
Wow, that sounds just like me.
Let's go. Book one. What are your questions?
We're going to start with a quick recap of all the books. And then we're going to talk about what she thinks is going to happen for the last final book in the series.
Okay. Don't ask any leading questions that will lead to spoilers.
Of course not.
I already know that what's her face is gonna die because you were talking about
that was before you were about to not even read the books, and then I told you about that.
No, I was already on like book 3, dude.
She was like, I don't even like this. I think that actually me telling her that Hedwig died helped her. When did you start getting really into the books? Which book?
I thought it was all silly until probably like, what was book 3?
The Prisoner of Azkaban.
That one was a fun one. I liked that book. I was like, okay, officially I like Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. Like, this is a fun series.
That's the same book I think most people got really into it, because all of a sudden there's a world outside of the school. Like, the school's cool for itself, and then all of a sudden in book 3, there's this whole world and this conspiracy.
And I think that was the last movie that I had even like remembered seeing. But I think it's because like half of what makes Harry Potter books is that it's from Harry Potter's point of view, whereas the movies are just like Eye of God, like, and Harry Potter's thoughts are kind of how you live through the book, so the movies aren't the same.
That's why the books are always going to be better than the movies, most of the time. Did you wish that Sirius Black was sexy?
In the movie?
Yes. Very important question. All of us have thought
it. You think that Gary Oldman isn't sexy?
Nope.
Okay, well, that's on you.
Sirius Black's supposed to be in his 30s. Like, we should want to bone him. Like, they said he was handsome.
They said he was dirty, though.
They said he was dirty.
Like, his hair was, like, matted and shit.
Yeah, but he cleans up, you know what I mean?
They could have got, like, Jason Momoa.
Oh, my God. Well, they did. They aged everyone up. Snape's supposed to be 30. Like, all of their parents, it's, like, parents, right? When they're 10.
Yeah.
So they weren't supposed to be that old.
And, you know, I have a distinct vision in my head that's very different than who they casted.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that too. I think Snape in the movies is... I fucking yes to Alan Rickman. But he's so much sweeter in the movies. Like, you can tell that he has a good heart. In the books, you're like, he's an asshole.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Favorite burn of Snape's? Because you know mine.
Oh, yeah, I know yours is like, I see no difference in Hermione's teeth when she decided to be pretty one day.
Savage Snape.
He's like, I see no difference, bitch. I have a favorite Harry Potter burn.
Oh, yeah, please tell.
The defense. It was like a defense against the dark arts.
The
Half-Blood Prince. Harry Potter keeps calling Professor Snape, and like not saying sir to address him, and then Snape corrects him and he's like, sir. And then Harry Potter's like, no need to call me sir.
And then everyone was like,
Yeah, yo, you should have seen me. I like had to pause when Harry Potter dissed Snape. I was like, ah!
I didn't see it coming. I forgot about it as a kid.
And then Snape was like, detention!
No! God damn it! I hate your father!
I am shamed once again!
I hate your father!
By the Potters!
No! Yeah, that's just great. Yo, this fucking hoe over here, she came to me and was like, don't spoil it for me anymore, even though I already know that Neville's the Half-Blood Prince. I was like, okay.
I knew it was wrong when you were like, okay. I knew it was wrong.
Shut up! Then don't bring it up. You're still trying to blame me.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just telling you how I felt. It's not a bad thing. It's like a neutral
I'm
thing.
just easy to read, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
That movie sucked, by the way.
It was so bad. The 5th movie, did you see it yet?
No.
The 5th was good.
So, Goblet of Fire.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really weird book. There's like a whole mermaid city in the Hogwarts campus.
But Dumbledore speaking merman? That's fucking...
Oh, and
now that Dumbledore is Jude Law, that's sexy. I want him to speak merman to me. Speak merman to me, Dumbledore. Tell me I'm pretty and mermish.
Oh, yeah, and I also, like, it's like, confirmed in the Harry Potter universe, or, like, implied in the Harry Potter universe that the water in the toilets go to that merman lake.
Because Morning Myrtle was like, here, let me show you the way.
She's like, oh, I just saw your dick.
I was like, hee.
She's like hiding in the prefect bathroom waiting for boys to get naked. And she's like, oh, hello.
I've noticed too, like, it's always that same, it's like that super action thing, and then a whole chapter dedicated to explaining what just happened. Either in Dumbledore's office or something. He's like, come on, Harry, let me tell you exactly what the fuck just happened. It happened in the 5th one. It didn't happen in the 6th one, though. He had a funeral, right? They just had Dumbledore's funeral.
Spoiler alert.
Whatever, you're the only one in the world
No.
who just finished The Half-Blood Prince. Everyone else has read the books, they know the story. You were the only human.
That was shocking, though. That he died.
Oh, Dumbledore?
Yeah. I was like, damn, this OG gonna be around forever. And then Snape's like, abracadabra, bitch!
Yeah. Did you think Draco would... You were like, Draco's gonna...
No, Draco's a little bitch.
Yeah.
There's no way he would ever.
Did you think Draco was gonna die? I think the first time I read it, I was worried Draco was gonna...
Really?
Die. Yeah. I like the bad guys sometimes.
I ship Draco and Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Not Drapple? The one true pairing? Draco and an apple? I think Draco definitely has a crush on Harry Potter.
Yeah, oh, of course.
100%.
It's totally, like, he's just like, oh, Potter. Potter.
Like, yeah, right? He loves it. And in the movies, it's even worse because he's, like, sitting in a tree. He jumps out of the tree to make fun of Harry Potter.
But wasn't that the same movie where Cedric Diggory also jumped out of a tree?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone be jumping out of trees.
They just learn how to magic themselves up a tree.
In the Half-Blood Prince in the beginning, I really had suspicions that Dumbledore was not Dumbledore because Harry Potter never did the code word thing, like the verification code words with him.
That they were all focused on?
Yeah.
Dude, detail missed out for her. For J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a really interesting aspect that she could have played with.
Yeah, like that I really thought about that like the whole time up until his death. I was like, oh, it was Dumbledore.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, because like that was a big setup
planting.
in like the first like I don't know like 2 chapters or something like that. Because like even between the Weasleys,
and no one turned out to be
who they thought.
Maybe the planting is more of a thematical one where you don't know who you could trust, and then it turns out Snape, someone that you kind of finally came to trust. Like I feel like I was like, yeah, Snape's a good guy.
Yeah, that's why I was so shocked by Snape like killing him.
Right, because you thought he was a good guy.
Baby Voldemort, that's my favorite of all time. Where he's like, pick me up! It's like, show me! You know? Face me this way! Put me on your shoulders, I can't see!
I'm a cadaver! I like the Death Eaters too. They're all like At this point, Harry Potter's so infamous, they're all just, like, sitting back, like, oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, I would have joined the Death Eaters just so I could get a good seat at the Harry Potter Voldemort fight.
Yo, they would pay money. We should do, like, a UFC.
No, right? We'd be like, alright, we're gonna be Death Eaters. We're gonna sell tickets.
Slughorn is, like, an interesting character.
Yeah, I actually really liked him the second time around more. Because he's a Slytherin, but he's not a bad Slytherin.
which is unusual.
It's very unusual.
Put all the bad people in Slytherin.
Oh, you found out about Snape's worst memory, right, in the 5th book?
I think that was the 5th book.
Yeah, because he tries to do occlumency.
Occlumency.
I love that. He's like, legilimens! I'm like, that's like the stupidest
That's
sounding.
dumb as fuck.
Legilimens! I am the most talented legilimens! It's like, alright, bitch. It sounds really lame when you say it. Is Snape super strong, or is he not that strong? Because Harry definitely knocked him over with a shield charm, but then this motherfucker, when Harry was running after him, you know, in the end, and he was like, fight me, you coward! And he was like, bitch, I ain't a coward! And then Snape was like, boom, boom! You know what I mean? Harry's like, do this, pain, like Crucio, and Snape's just like, like dodging it, smack, smack. And then, Harry calls him a coward, and he's like,
He's like, you crossed the line. I don't know where you get these motions from.
This is what I watched. In my head, this is what happened. The question is, how strong is Snape? He's not as strong as Dumbledore, obviously, but I'm like, Harry fought.
I think he's smart. I don't think he's strong. I think he fights smart.
Oh, so he was just reading Harry. I think he's really good at reading Harry's mind, right?
Yeah.
Because every time Harry lies, Snape can tell.
Yeah.
And Snape somehow knows exactly what
the truth is.
Yeah, like the book thing. Like he just looked at him and he's like, open your book bag. Or whatever. Yeah, or get your book bag. Like, he just fucking knows.
Yeah.
So he's an excellent.
Also, it was his book, so, like...
Yeah, he knew the spell, I guess.
Yeah.
Sectum Sempra.
I love that.
When he almost killed Draco.
I love that. He called himself the Half-Blood Prince. That's so Snape. It's like, I'm the Half-Blood Prince!
My mom's last name is Prince.
I feel like Alan Rickman really does, like, the hair thing well, because I feel like that's exactly what Snape would do.
Yeah,
he just lets the hair be in his face and just like...
Yeah, like, he'll do the... like, he's angry and he's like... Detention. Potter. Like, just in the trailer... I don't know why I always think about this.
I love when he, like, whips his head and it's just, like, all the hair is in his face.
I bet he just had so much fun with that wig. I bet the actor was just like... Finally, I get a wig.
I really don't think Ron deserves Hermione.
Yeah, I don't either.
But, you know, if that's what Hermione wants, you know, that's what she can get.
Yeah, I guess Ron's grown on me a little bit the second time. I don't know. He's so annoying. He's so stupid.
He's so like, woe is me. I do like Harry Potter by the end of this book. What is it? Half-Blood Prince. Because like now he's like understanding how to interact with girls. Like when he was talking about Fleur, having Fleur around, and Ginny was just like, ugh. And he's like, well, she's ugly, of course. Like he learned that lesson already.
Yeah, you can see where he's getting a little more sly.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Smooth Harry Potter. How was cool Harry Potter though? Like gangsta Harry Potter when he took the Felix Felicis. I was just like,
oh yeah, I liked that Harry Potter.
Yeah, me too. I was like, I wouldn't fuck any other Harry Potter, but I would fuck that version.
The lucky Harry Potter.
That's kind of like what.
He's up all night to get lucky.
Yeah,
you know?
he's too much of a Chad. I'm sorry, I couldn't. My Stacy and me couldn't resist. Let's talk a little more about the.
And I love what's her face?
Fleur. Isn't she sweet?
Yeah, she's like, you think that he will not love me anymore?
They're like, no, we just thought you were shallow as fuck.
What?
She got even more mad. She's like, oh, you think I am so Shallow.
And she beats them with a baguette.
Yo. She kind of did. She like snatched the wig off of Mrs. Weasley's head. I mean the towel from her. She's like, give me that. It's my ugly man now. So Voldemort's back. What do you think's gonna happen? We find out Snape's a bad guy. He's hanging with Voldy.
Alright, here's another thing. So, I know that Snape dies. Right.
How do you know that?
Because I've looked up Harry Potter photos before.
Why would you do that?
I know, and then there's like Snape with like right across his neck, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess he dies.
Well, maybe that's just what someone wanted to see, so they drew it.
Oh, maybe.
No.
I know that he was in love with Lily, Harry's mother, so he probably is feeling conflicted about, like...
How do you know that?
He says it in the beginning.
In which one?
The very first book. That's like the first thing he says to Harry Potter.
He says in the first book that he's in love with Lily's mom?
Harry's mom.
What? No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he says that.
In the first Harry Potter book?
Yes, when he meets Snape. That's what Snape says to Harry.
No way.
Okay, well, you don't have to believe me.
I don't think that's happened. That's something that you find out later. You've just been cheating. They don't say that in the books. You guys answer for us.
Okay. Anyway, so I think that he wanted his son to be Harry. He wanted a young Harry Snape. What's Snape's yeah.
Severus Snape.
So he wanted a Harry Snape.
Harry Snape, yeah.
Not a Harry Potter is what. So
that sounds like something you shouldn't Google with the safe search off.
But I think that he had to kill Dumbledore for his own sake to prove himself to Voldemort. And he had done the unbreakable vow. So
you think
it was either his ass or Dumbledore's.
I think it's a little more
point.
complicated than him just being a bad guy.
Yeah.
Maybe Voldemort's actually a good guy this whole time.
Voldemort's like, I just want to dance again. Well, something that left me really interested was the locket. After Dumbledore suffered so much.
So sad.
It was like an empty locket.
Wasn't that the worst?
My question is, why couldn't they just dump the chalice to empty it?
Oh.
They could just dump it out instead of having
Didn't they try to? They tried to dump it and it just refilled?
Oh, I don't know. I maybe I didn't pay attention to that part.
Oh, but somehow she knows that Lily and Snape fucked at one point, and there's an illegitimate greasy-haired child.
There's the Harry Snape floating out there.
Well, the next one, do you know the title of the next book?
Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, what do you think that means?
They're gonna go get more Horcruxes.
Okay.
They have to, right?
Okay.
I have a feeling that Ron and Hermione are gonna get together, and that Harry and Ginny are gonna get together.
Did you like that, the Harry Ginny?
I felt a bit shoehorned in.
Yeah, well, because all of a sudden Harry's like, oh, look, Ginny's kind of hot, and then all of a sudden he's thinking about her all the time. But I guess that's how crushes work.
I like how the descriptions of it.
Yeah,
I think she really captured like what it feels like to have like a fleeting crush or like whatever like that. Those feelings she's like the monster inside. Just, like, couldn't help it. I love that. I don't know. I liked Cho Chang for personal reasons. He wasn't mature enough at the time, and neither was she.
Yeah.
Like, when they were.
I was so mad the way he just couldn't empathize. Like,
yeah,
J.K. Rowling J.K. Rowling definitely captured the idiocy of boys really well, without making it seem like it's their fault necessarily.
Mm-hmm. They just don't know. Ignorant and like immature. So.
Any other predictions? Like this is. I feel like this would have been better going chapter by chapter. Oh, who else would you predict died? Say if I told you 5 people were gonna die, who would you pick?
All right, probably one of the Weasleys.
Okay.
Do you have to name a specific one?
You can if you want.
Fred.
Okay, and then who else?
Maybe Fleur would die. Well, I know Harry Potter ends up with a kid, so he doesn't die.
Harry Potter dies, alright. Alright.
Lupin? Maybe Lupin?
Okay.
Because he's always like, oh, okay, I'm helpless.
Lupin?
Yeah.
I'm a helpless werewolf.
Okay. Papa Malfoy.
You're at 4. Now pick one more.
Voldemort.
Okay, pick one other than Voldemort.
Okay,
He just turns into a baby forever.
No. I hope not, but maybe, like, McGonagall.
Okay, alright. Alright, there you have it, people. Stella's predictions for Harry Potter Book 7. If there's a chapter, Stella, please, like, a chapter where you're feeling anticipation and an excitement, please do another video. Shoot a video. Okay. Tell us what you think's gonna happen.
Okay, so you want the play-by-play.
I want the play-by-play.
Yeah,
I really
okay.
do. Yeah. So join us again. Stella is gonna finish Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, and
I'll post video, or I'll record my reactions chapter by chapter as things happen.
and we'll combine them all for you.
I hope that was entertaining.
I hope so too. All right, bye.